Hello, my friends. Hello, and welcome back to the Nightmare Cabin, and welcome to day number 7 of our Judas Priest series, where we are doing the countdown to Invincible Shield. So we are going to be doing an album review every single day. I'm working my way through the Judas Priest back catalogue, one album at a time, up until release date of Invincible Shield on the 8th of March. And yeah, here we are, day number 7, and it's Point of Entry. Now, after the triumph of the previous album, British Steel, Judas Priest, finally hit their stride. That album was released in April of 1980. And, the follow-up, Point of Entry, was released in February of 1981. So not even a year later, they bang out the follow-up. And, I used a boxing analogy yesterday. So at that point, we're following from Rock and Roller. We've got this amateur boxer that's, not particularly great, but he's got everything he needs. He's the solid foundation is there, and then we see them develop over the course of 3 or 4 albums, and hitting their stride. Becoming professional. We've got potential here around Stained Glass and Killing Machine, and then British Steel is when they win the championship. They've knocked out, they've gone up against the champion, and in the 6th round knocked them out, and now they're the you get the analogy. And it seems Point of Entry is now. I'm going to carry on that boxing analogy with. I'm just going to turn this mic down. Actually, 1 second. There you go. So to use the boxing analogy, let's think of the Rocky films. So you have that when Rocky wins the championship, and then you get the montage on the opening of the next film, where he's doing knockout after knockout, and he's buying cars and houses, and he's hitting the big time, and he's got you got like some 80s pop song in the background, and everything's going well for Rocky, and he's got this big successful montage. He's shaking hands with officials and opening. Attending grand openings where he's cutting the ribbon and all that good stuff. And Judas Priest is like that. This is the sound of a band that's enjoying their success. And there's a stark change in atmosphere from the atmosphere of British Steel and Killing Machine to this. And it's quite striking, considering it's not even a year. A year's difference. So this album is a lot more airy, a lot more sunny, a lot more bright sounding. Everything's upbeat, everything's happy. This is what's known as, people say this is where they went commercial. They're leaning commercially on this one. And it's true. With the difference between British Steel and Point of Entry is that a song on, it's not as if they've gone commercial. They've always known how to write a hooky, catchy tune. They've always had a pop element in that, in the case of verse, chorus, little interlude, last chorus, out. Breaking the Law is a perfectly structured pop song. In the broadest term, a song meant for the charts, meant to be played on radio, a song that's meant to be remembered, But the difference is between British Steel and Point of Entry is that British Steel, the singles, or of any rock album with singles, is that the single is meant to be the sampler, the sugar-coated pill, the spoonful of sugar to help the medicine go down. Yeah, these are the couple of hits, but the real good stuff's on the album. The difference with Point of Entry is that the singles are the only good songs on it. And this is where we're going to get into it. This album isn't very good. Can we be honest about that? This is a dud. It's and like I say, and it's because the band, I think, are enjoying their success too much, and they've lost that hunger, that drive, which is a common thing when a band gets successful. Like I say, it reflects where the band was at the time, and I think that is always been Judas Priest's. I think as we go through the back catalogue, that is what we're gonna find. We're going to be capturing the band in the headspace they were in at the time. And that's for better and for worse. And in this particular moment, it's for the worst. They said, I've read, I showed that book off. I haven't got it on me at the moment, but it's in the house. But at this point, the band were spending all day on the beach, spending all night in nightclubs, and basically enjoying themselves. It looks like the money was coming in finally. And, they were at their leisure, basically. They recorded the album in Ibiza. Now think of it. You've come from, the streets of Birmingham, factory smoke, steel in the background, the sound of the factories, the smoke from the factories. It's a rough, hard-edged background that they're from. And, people from Birmingham as well. But people from Birmingham are, they're as tough as steel, as it says, because they're from the Black Country. And now they're in Ibiza, spending all day on the beach. They haven't got that edge isn't there anymore, and I think that's what's the problem is on this album. It's a shame because we're going from album to album, and we've reached this peak with British Steel. It's all led to this moment, and then the follow up from it, it's just been this, and yeah, it's not good. So let's get into the like I say, it's very commercial sounding, very radio friendly, but in their defence, I think the band they're taking a breath on this album and just enjoying their success is what was the way I'm going to go with it. So it starts off all well and good, heading out to the highway. Again, that's a regular in the band's set even now. And it's a great song. It's a catchy song. It conveys that atmosphere, heading out onto the highway. It's a bright, sunny song. It's a song to listen to get you in a good mood. It's a good song to drive to. No complaints. Judas Priest, again, they never have been and never are just dark and moody, and they were never that type of band. They've always conveyed all different moods. They've got a variety of songs and a variety of styles and a variety of songs to suit different moods. So yeah, I get all that. And Heading Out to the Highway is a good song. This is pretty much how it is all the way through. But unfortunately, this is as good as it gets. But yeah, Don't Go is pretty good. Bit of a mid-paced thing, it's alright. Then it basically just ticks the album along, but it's enjoyable while it's on, but it's a pretty much in one ear out the other affair. Hot Rockin', pretty much what I said about Heading Out to a Highway. Great song. Like I say, this is what, if this was on British Steel, it would be a single, but it wouldn't be the best song. This is, you go, right, here's the two singles. Here's my Living After Midnight. Here's my Breaking the Law, for example. Here's my Evening Star. But where's the rockers? And this is the problem with this one. The singles are normally just the good stuff to give to the public to hook them in, but the good stuff's on the album. Here, the singles are the best on the album. That's the difference. And but obviously we have Hot Rockin', one of the worst music videos ever. But heavy metal bands have never been, same with Iron Maiden. The videos were never their strength. But yeah, I wanna go. Wanna go, hot rockin', it's great. Turning Circles again left me unmoved. Desert Plains though, the title track, that song's awesome, and that's what this song's got. That's a little bit lacking from the rest of it. This song's actually got a bit of atmosphere to it. It's got a cool edge to it, and it's kind of like the opposite of Heading Out to the Highway. This one's a bit more. It looks like the album cover. Desert Plains isn't a title track. This album's called Point of Entry. I don't know why I said that. But it feels like the title track. Heading Out to the Highway is the open road, bright sunny day, and we're enjoying a really good drive and we're looking forward to where we're going. Desert Plains has kind of got this more introspective, looking out on the sunset and doing a bit of pondering, I suppose. But yeah, that's what I would say is, as I've been going through this series, we're looking for the hidden gem. the underrated songs. I would say Desert Plains is the underrated hidden gem on this album. And then it just Solar Angels as another song. It's just whatever. And then then things get really bad. You Say Yes. What has gone on here? You say yes, I say no. It sounds like fucking Status Quo. It sounds like some fucking teeny bopping, suit wearing, basically a pop band, but they're wearing guitars that you see on fucking Top of the Pops too. It's fucking crap. What the fuck? Yeah, it's awful song. And All the Way isn't much better. On All the Way, you got hand clapping, for fuck's sake. I mean, crap. And then Troubleshooter and On the Run don't really do much to recover it. I think Out on the Run's all right, I suppose. They're all airy, nice, radio friendly, big chorusy, but they've not got they were doing that anyway, but none of them hook you in, and it is just breezy in one ear out the other. And yeah, this is a crap album. It's a complete dud, complete misfire, and a shame to be a follow-up of such a good album as British Steel, considering what the build-up to British Steel is on the way. And heading out to the highway, hot rocking, 2 good singles. Desert Plains is a underrated song, and the rest of it's filler, quite frankly. And that's that. Rough, you got to take the rough with the smooth, and we're going for the whole catalogue. And that's it so far. First dud in the back catalogue. So join me tomorrow for Screaming for Vengeance, and we'll see if the band recover. Thanks for watching, folks, and I hope you're enjoying the series so far. Hopefully this isn't your first one, because but like I say, if this is your first video, I'm going for the whole Judas Priest back catalogue. I'm reviewing an album a day, and we're counting down to that release date for Invincible Shield. So join me on this journey, and we've got high points and low points, folks, and hopefully this is as low as it gets. So I'll see you tomorrow. Head on down the highway, and we'll be rocking tomorrow. Thanks a lot.